Hey guys, I'm TheNM22 and it's time to take a look at all the stuff that I picked up during October. So October was one of those months that started out very good. Then it went into kind of a stalemate, you know, and then it ended pretty freaking sweet, so let's just jump straight into it. On October 1st I picked up some random stuff. At one of the thrift stores I frequent I found a Battlefield 4 PS3 controller. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of feels like an Xbox controller if you ask me, you know, 360. I haven't really tried playing with it, but we'll see. And that was just about 75 cents. The other thing I picked up on October 1st, I picked up at another thrift store, the Pac-Man board game. How about that? As you can see, the box is not in the greatest shape, and there were a few pieces missing in there, so I actually got it for free. So can't complain, you know? Where the hell? I'm already unable to find stuff down there. So later on the same day, October 1st, Germany time, the thrift stores down there had nothing for me. But on the way to one of them, I just looked out the window of the car and I was like, huh, that looks like a garage sale. So I went over there and took a look. And wouldn't you know, the guy there had a lot of game stuff. He wasn't the cheapest, but I had to pick some of this stuff up. So for about 43 bucks-ish, picked up a nice little stack of stuff. A few Game Boy titles here. Papyrus for the Game Boy Color. Daedalian Opus, if that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. And Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. Never find Mega Man games. Already had it though. The next thing I got from him, an NES multi-card with Super Mario Bros, Tetris and Nintendo World Cup. And a few Super Nintendo titles as well. Animaniacs, Super Drop Zone and Vortex. And the last thing I got from that guy, probably the best thing in this lot, a complete in-box pink Game Boy Micro. Look at that, in perfect condition and everything. The box has a little bit of scuffing right here, but other than that, great condition. Everything is in here, all the paperwork, the charger, everything. And the system works. And it's pink. Why not pick it up, you know? So yeah, for all of that, about 43 bucks. It's actually kind of funny, I never see garage sales around here, so seeing one down there and actually scoring on it, can't complain. Then on October 2nd I went to one of the junkyard shops I've been talking about in each video by now, and I picked up a nice little stack of stuff. First off, 2 big box PC games. Captain Speaking, which is an add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000, and also an add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2000, Ultimate Airlines. And these two were about 75 cents each. But I also picked up a nice little stack of Xbox games there, the original Xbox. And the funny thing about these, they're all American. As I said before, whenever I see some American stuff, I can't help but pick them up. And those Xbox games were Dead or Alive 3, FIFA Street, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Greg Hastings Tournament Pinball Maxed, yeah, that was right. Midnight Club 3, Dub Edition, MotoGP 3, SSX on Tour, Platinum copy of Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and Top Spin, leaving off on a low note, huh? But yeah, that was pretty sweet, and those were about $1.50 each. So can't complain, start of the month, still going strong. Then there were one day where I didn't find anything, October 3rd, but then I found some stuff again on October 4th. And October 4th, a mixed bag, to say the least. To start off, I went to a big whole flea market right around where I live, and I found some pretty good stuff actually. A nice little stack of Sega Master System games. First up, Gain Ground, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Kung Fu Kid, My Hero, Champions of Europe, which is a soccer game, and Aladdin. So yeah, only Aladdin and Champions of Europe had this manual, but can't complain. Paid a little bit over $7 for these in total. Then later on the 4th I went to a guy that wanted to give me some games for free, and I ain't gonna say no. So a few Xbox 360 titles and some Xbox titles. The Xbox 360 titles are Battlefield 2, Modern Combat and Fallout New Vegas. Sadly both German copies, but I guess by this point they might be multilingual. I don't know. And a little stack of original Xbox titles, as I said. Counter-Strike, Halo, Combat Evolved, James Bond 007 Nightfire, Rainbow Six Free, and Mercenaries Playground of Destruction. So yeah, big thanks to that guy. Awesome little stack of good games. Also on the 4th I went back to the junkyard store where I bought the Xbox titles, and they just gotten this in, so I had to pick it up. For about $1.50 I picked up the Diablo Battle Chest. Look at that, heavy as fuck, and it's complete. And $1.50, I can't complain. Of course it's a PC game, but you probably know that already. And the 4th continue, went to a couple of flea markets, and at one of them I picked up an old LCD game in the box. Jungle Boy. Look at that. It's kind of weird, but had to pick it up for about 75 cents. So why not? I like those quirky, you know, kind of weird things for my collection. And to finish the day I went back to the big hall flea market where I picked up this Master System games and picked up a couple of more games. Surprise! The first game I picked up was Resident Evil 4 for the PC, brand new copy for about $1.50, just because it was an edition that I didn't have already. I'm weird like that. And a little stack of PS3 games. 5 PS3 games, a little bit over $14. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway, SOCOM Confrontation, and the last 3 Tom Clancy games. End War, Hawks, and Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And as I said, these 5 about $14, a little bit over. Then again on the 5th I found a few things at my local junkyard store. First up, Rayman M on the PS2. And if you remember a few months back I actually found like an old Tomy LCD game. And I found one here as well. This one is called Terra Hit. And as you might be able to see if the glare goes away, it's like a Space Invaders clone. Kinda weird. And it's from '79. So yeah, why not pick it up? As I said, quirky things is my jam. And these two were a little bit over $2 combined. Gotta get stuff over here. So after that I didn't find anything until October 13th, where once again it was Germany time. Way too much Germany time. But at a thrift store down there I found a brand new big box PC game in the First Degree. And as you can see, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the company name, but you probably know who they are, right? Mist and stuff. But yeah, it's like brand new. And it was a little bit over $1. So couldn't help myself there. But at the same store I also picked up a Mega Drive game, The Incredible Crash Dummies, which apparently is based on like some mascots for some commercials back in the day. I don't know. But yeah, this was a little bit over $4. A little bit more, but every once in a while I'll go a little bit over my limit. Then on the 14th a guy contacted me on Facebook and he wanted to give me some stuff for free. And as usual I ain't gonna say no. So what he gave me, it's actually pretty sweet. An Amiga 500. I have 2 now. Yay! That's pretty cool though. It's always good to have a backup, but they're big as shit though. And it came with the mandatory box of floppy disks with pirated games. Everybody that had an Amiga 500 back in the day had a lot of pirated floppy disks. It was just the easier way to go. And all the cables and stuff are down here. And there were like a weird joystick from like a Danish company, I think. So yeah, the mouse and everything is down there. So big thanks to him as well. There are some nice people out there, you know. On the same day, my mother had been to some thrift stores and she picked up a few things for me. Nice of her, right? She picked up 2 big box PC games. So these 2 were free. The first one, Super Tetris, and it's complete. And this one was kind of funny. Actually quite happy to have this in my collection. Math Blaster Episode 1. Look at that. And it's like floppy disk versions, both of these. So yeah, those 2 for free from my mom. So special thanks to her as well. Ma'am. Then on the 17th I went to a couple of flea markets, and at the first one I picked up one game, Facebreaker KO Party for the Wii, and that was a little bit over $2. 15 cents or so over. At the second and last flea market of the day, picked up a few things. The first thing, Nintendo Select's version of WarioWare Smooth Moves, and that was about $1.50. Pretty good game too. And the second and last thing I picked up there for a little bit under $3, an Atomic Purple Game Boy Color. What was funny about that one though, it came with this battery pack, so I guess like rechargeable batteries and stuff. Pretty cool. And some sort of link cable. So yeah, a little bit under $3. Sorry about the squeaky chair though. I'm gonna get that replaced at some point. Oh yeah, back on the 4th I also got a free Diablo 3 poster. Haven't unwrapped it or anything yet because I don't have space to hang it up anywhere. So just wanted to bring that up. But now, on the 23rd, I received a package of stuff that I won in an online auction once again. And it's a nice stack of Xbox titles. So let's just go through them, shall we? Conflict, Desert Storm, Dead or Alive 3, missing its manual though. Classics copy of Dead or Alive 3. FIFA Football 2003, FIFA Football 2005. Once again, Halo Combat Evolved without its manual, sadly. Medal of Honor Frontline, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, Need for Speed Carbon, Danish copy of The Lord of the Rings, The King Returns, I think, right? Tenchu, Return from Darkness, without its manual sadly. But the next one makes up for that because Tenchu, Return from Darkness. This one is missing, like, the cover, but the manual is like in here. So I'm just gonna make a complete copy out of these two. The Thing, Toxic Grind, and Urban Chaos. And this entire stack was a little bit over $7 only. So I'm happy with that. Trust me. Once again I can't find stuff. It's probably right here. Nope. Right here. Apparently trying to catch the games off guard is not gonna help me. But of course it turns out they're straight in front of me. Like right there. Right there. And for some reason I couldn't see him. On the 25th I went to another big haul flea market and picked up a few games. The first one, Excalibur 2555 AD for the PS1, apparently is a very bad game. Let's see, Descent, also for the PS1, and Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier, the last PS2 Jak and Daxter game that I was missing, so happy about that. And these were about $1.50 each. And the other thing I picked up there was a little stack of PS2 titles, and I actually paid a little bit more than I would like, about $11 for these 5. I tried to stay under $2 on a PS2 title, but well, I just wanted to bring something home. The games were Battlefield 2, Modern Combat, Delta Force, Black Hawk Down, Team Saber, Full Spectrum Warrior, SOCOM 3, US Navy SEALs. Now I have all 3 of the PS2 titles. And Turok Evolution. And as I said, a little bit under $11. Could be worse, right? And on the way home from that big haul flea market, I just went by one of the junkyard shops and I picked up one PS2 title, which is Naruto... Okay, Uzumaki Chronicles. I butchered that, I know. And that was about $1.50. But then on the 28th, I actually bought something that I, myself, find very amazing. It might not be too special for you Americans watching out there, but it was special to me. So from a guy on Facebook, he contacted me and was like, this is what I have, alright? And we cooked up a deal, and yeah, I bought it. So, an American Super Nintendo. Very yellow, yes, I can see that. But I don't care too much, as long as the functionality is there. Actually, it didn't work when it arrived. That bummed me out. But I figured it was because of this. Like a homemade power supply. Look at how that looks. Like, look at that. It's like they just cut the wire and then, without insulation or anything, just connected it. So I figured that might be the reason why it doesn't work. So I went online to a website called Retro Game Supply. This is a guy from France that specializes in power supplies. And he makes them specially catered to whatever need you may have. So this is a European power supply for an American SNES, which is pretty fucking sweet. And look how small it is compared to that brick down there. It's awesome. And it works as it should, as does the Super Nintendo, of course. The guy has power supplies for just about anything. You can decide if you want a European plug, a UK plug, or a US plug. So yeah, I pretty much just had to mention that because it seemed to be the only place on the internet where something like that could be bought, which is weird. Nothing on eBay from China or whatever. So I'll put a link in the description if you feel like you ever need a power supply for anything. He might be your man. But of course it was not only the system, some games as well. First up, Out of This World, which is called Another World here in Europe. Actually some pretty stellar titles in here. Star Fox, Super Mario World, of course, Super Star Wars, The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, Axley, which I've been told is somewhat uncommon. Uncommon game. This ain't no game chasers. And then 3 games that I'm so excited to finally have in my collection. First up, A Link to the Past. I've actually never played A Link to the Past. Yeah, shoot me. But now that I have it, I have to, you know. I've always wanted to try it out. Fucking awesome. And 2 RPGs. Secret of Evermore. Fucking awesome, am I right? And a game that is a little bit more special because it never came out in Europe, so yay. Final Fantasy 2. Which of course is not Final Fantasy 2, like for reals, but you probably know that. So yeah, that's fucking awesome. So a pretty sweet little SNES bundle right there if you ask me. I'm like flabbergasted. That's a weird word. So yeah, the American SNES and those 9 fantastic games were about 57 or 58 bucks. Which of course still is a little bit more expensive than I usually pay for stuff. But I just couldn't pass up this opportunity. Considering that the games alone surpasses that in value, who can complain, am I right? Fucking awesome. Then on October 29th I went to a couple of thrift stores, didn't really find anything special, but at one of the thrift stores I picked up Naruto Ultimate Ninja free for the PS2, and that was about $1.50. And for free at the same thrift store I got the Super Mario Galaxy 2 for Beginners DVD that's supposed to be bundled with Super Mario Galaxy 2. I have 2 of these now, so down the line I should be able to make 2 copies complete if it's missing, you know what I'm saying? Shit. And now we are already on the last day, October 31st, Halloween! Yeah, we don't really celebrate Halloween around here, sadly, but it's becoming bigger, slowly. So yeah, on the 31st I went to a thrift store and I picked up a few titles here. V-Rally 2 Championship Edition, I think, yeah, for the PS1. A Spanish copy of Dark Chronicle. Yeah, I don't know, sadly, no manual, but had to pick it up because I don't have it. And a Spanish copy of Final Fantasy X. And this is complete. Bonus DVD, manual and everything. And they were about $1.50 each, these 3 games. But at that same thrift store I got a couple of things for free. Like one of these Action Replay cheat discs for the PlayStation 2. Kinda wanted it because there's cheats for Resident Evil Dead Aim. And you know, I love Resident Evil. Yeah. And speaking of Resident Evil, I also got 2 postcards there for free. 2 Resident Evil 3 Nemesis postcards from a local chain. Look at them. That's fucking awesome. Look at Nemesis. Look at him. Look at him. Being like stars. Yeah. So yeah, that was awesome. And last but not least, I got contacted by one of my contacts, the guy that I got the Scandinavian Fairchild Channel F from, and you know, my PS3 and all sorts of shit, a lot of big box PC games and stuff. He contacted me and was like, hey, I got some games for you. And I was like, hell yeah. So I ended the month off with getting a little stack of stuff here. Some big box PC games, a bit dirty though, but you know. Sierra Originals copy of Caesar free. It is complete, but it's very bent, so I don't know. But of course I get the stuff from him for free, so I can't complain. Next up, Blaze and Blade Eternal Quest. I don't know nothing about this, but it's an RPG I can see, so might have to try that out. If anybody out there knows anything about it, please tell me. And it's nice and complete. Some Danish children's game. Yeah, I don't know. But it's on floppy disks, as you can see in here. It's like one of those edutainment games they use at schools and stuff. A game called Blackout. There's an entire novel in here. It's like a novel accompanied by a video game. It's weird, but you know, it's all good. And the last big box PC game, Longbow Gold. And this is also nice and complete, and it's heavy as fuck. So yeah, some more big box PC game stuff. Can't ever get enough of that. The space in the room, though. If the space could talk, it would be like, no more big box PC games. But I'm like, I want it. And the very last game that he had for me was kind of funny, because if you remember back in June when I got the Fairchild Channel F, the Scandinavian one, he said that he was pretty sure he had a game for it somewhere. And he had, and he finally found it. So this is Programkassett 1. Nice and Swedish, right? As you can see, this is like the... is it called like Video Cassette 1? Or something like that? Video Cartridge 1 or whatever for the Fairchild Channel F. The same games on there, like a tic-tac-toe game and stuff. It's pretty cool. So yeah, those big box PC games and that Channel F game, free of all charges. Yeah. And that already concludes the October pickups video. Well, as I said, started out very good and ended very good. Went very stale in the middle, but overall an awesome month. Got a lot of stuff that I'm very happy that I got, like the pink Game Boy Micro and the American SNES and the games, of course, for it. Oh yeah, it was good. Oh yeah, of course, the Sega Master System games, can't forget those. American Xbox games. Yeah, so yeah, remember to like, comment and subscribe and all of that good stuff that helps my channel out. Even though I should be making other stuff than pickups videos, am I right? Shouldn't be the only thing. And I know, I'm working a little bit every day on reviews. So at some point, I'm not gonna promise anything, but at some point I'm going to be uploading something else. And of course tell me what you picked up lately. As I said before, I really would like to know. But you don't want to tell me. So yeah, see you guys in the next pickups video. Okay, we cool? Okay, bye! I was stupid. I don't have any more space anywhere. You should take a look at my room here. But I got some new lighting over here. I hope that helped the video quality a little bit. I've kind of seen in the last couple of videos that the video is a bit grainy. So, yeah, but damn. As you can see, my PS2 games got an entire shelf for itself now. And I still don't have enough space. There's over 400 of them. And the big box PC games over here take a lot of stuff. A lot of space. And I got big box PC games everywhere that need shelving. Like down there, like down here, and there, and there, and there. So, you know, as you can see, doing a game room tour would not make any sense because this room is so freakishly small. Bye.